Good morning everyone, and welcome to another video. And today we are installing our LSS Mods Super Sear manifold. So what we've done is we've removed the old one, and we've had a bit of a clean up inside to remove any excess grease or fat. Nothing too dramatic, so just enough to avoid fatty fires for when we go into high temperatures. So basically all I've done is just with a scraper is just taken away a lot of the excess fat, wiped it out with a dry rag, and I'll probably give it a light season maybe, although it might defeat the purpose, but still. So all in all, she's pretty well ready to go. So let's get this little baby out of its box and we'll have a look. Alright, well, there we have it. It's out of the box, and nice stainless steel material used by Luke and the guys. And you can see the top holes there are for where your searing and all your flames will come out the top, and then down the sides there is where your normal smoking requirements will be met. The one thing you will need to do is to have the use of the manifold cover for any of your low and slow cooking. Let's just have a quick gander at that. So now that's the manifold cover that I'm referring to. Also can be obtained from LSS Mods and possibly from Down Under Fabricators as well here in Australia. But this is my previous one. It's the old one that I've had. I hadn't got a new one. I've just given it a bit of a clean up. So this is what we'll need to do when we're doing our low and slow cooking. So I'll just pop it on top and we can have a bit of a dress rehearsal look. Now, as you can see, it covers up the top holes but leaves the side holes exposed, so we can still get our low and slow requirements met. So they will probably finish up on the furthest side of the cooking chamber. When we come round to the front, there's the entry point for where it comes from the fan out of your chamber. So okay, let's pop this in. We'll put the base tray in and the little grease trap in first before we do this. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so now comes the time we're going to actually install this. Now, on the base of it there is a little ledge which will go into the existing ledge inside the unit. So simply, just by lowering it in, it's quite simple to do. Just lower it down and then line up your inlet on your gravity fed system. Slide it back and then the ridge just goes up against that and it sits in there nice and flush and smooth. Now, if you have a water pan, which I do, which I use for a lot of my moisture cooking and whatnot, so you can just pop that in the side there where it would normally go, push your manifold hard up against that, and as I've previously said, if you're going to be searing, all your flames and your heat will come up from the top, and then if you're going to be doing low and slow cooking, you'll have to put the manifold cover on, which I will do shortly. So down the sides here are the holes that I mentioned on both sides. So if you are low and slow cooking, your heat will come through and it will come out through the side, and not out through the top. So I'll just get the cover. And this is the manifold cover, also supplied by LSS Mods. It's a previous one that I've had, so I've given it a bit of a clean up. That just sits on the top and blocks off the top holes for when you're low and slow cooking. So that's pretty well it in a nutshell. As you can see, very simple to install and quite solidly built. And thank you to LSS Mods for sending out the instructions and a pretty prompt, quick delivery. So on saying that, we'll come back in a few minutes after I've got all the rest of it put together. Okay, well that's the sear grates back in the unit, and then the sear manifold is underneath it. So as you can see, in relation to where the holes are, they will come straight up, and any hopefully flames and whatnot will come up and hit the steaks or whatever it is you're cooking, and put some nice sear marks on it. Yes, it looks quite good. I'll just pop the manifold cover on this and then take another short video. Okay folks, well that's the install done. So we've got everything put back in, and now we can see the top rack in and the middle rack in, and then the sear grates in. Now I've put the manifold cover back on, ready for my next cook. And what I've also done is given it a good clean up and got rid of a lot of the excess fat, given it a buff up to bring it back to as close as good as possible. And I've given it a light coat of canola oil and then just wiped it down just to give it a little bit of extra ease for when we clean it next time. All in all, I'm quite happy with the install and whatnot, and probably in the coming few days I've got a nice couple of pieces of some nice steak in there, so we will try some reverse searing with it, and then we'll see how the manifold performs. So I'll probably do a nice little video of that for us all. So on saying that, gentlemen and ladies, I do have a YouTube channel, so I'll also be putting it up on there. For those that will watch, thank you for watching, and until the next video, take care and happy grilling.